welcome to Total Party Kill, Third Coast Comedy's live D&D show. I'm your humble Dungeon Master, Logan Sandrock Bear. Now, do we have any in the crowd? Do we have any D&D newbies here? Anybody who's new to D&D or D&D curious? We got a few. How delightful. So D&D is just a collaborative storytelling game where I will sort of set a scene. I'll try to paint a picture with my words, and then the cast, as their players, will respond as their characters. And we'll do a little dice rolling to see if they're successful or not. And to that point, in fact, I'd like to now introduce our marvelous cast, beginning with Sam Brewer. Dylan Davis. Catherine Schwartz. Allison Summers. And Bill Hielsman. Marvelous. All right. Well, so now we've got the cast. Let's find out who the characters are. Beginning with Dylan. Dylan, why don't you describe your character for us?
Hyacinth. Made a name that's hard to say. Hyacinth Slenderbottom, wizard extraordinaire. Just needs some friends.
And Allison, what about for you?
I'm Pretty Perry. I am an emu kenku. You know, just regular, like, rich girl emo shit.
Bill?
Name's Thurman, no last name, has been pointed out many times. Kobold Paladin, baby.
Catherine?
I'm a turtle named Gromler. I got a last name, but it's none of your goddamn business.
Fair enough. And Sam?
My name is Asmundus Montrioso. You can call me Az. I am a tiefling. I am the spawn of Asmodeus. I believe I am, at least.
Excellent. Marvelous. So, to give you all a little bit of a recap as to where we are with this band of intrepid interns, we are in the half-scarred Citadel. It's an immense floating fortress, half-destroyed, that floats above a town of refugees, all saved ostensibly by the famed adventuring group, the Silver Hand. The Silver Hand having rescued all of these peoples and brought them together to sort of mainly sell their merch in the town below. The cast here were all, the players were all recruited as interns for their adventuring program for the Silver Hand. Were invited up to the Citadel, and we had a bit of a kind of a training montage, you know, as they train with each member of the Silver Hand, and then invited to a banquet, ostensibly to welcome them, although they were expected to serve. So it's questionable. At which point, the villain of the piece revealed herself, and in a sort of talking hologram out of one of the serving dishes, laughing that she was once the spurned sixth finger of the Silver Hand. The Silver Hand seemed to, at the same time, come down with food poisoning and kind of, you call it explosive diarrhea, except no diarrhea, just the explosive part of that, where they suddenly blew up as a support of what they ate. And a number of the characters were afflicted by a curse that caused them to then ravenously and disgustingly consume the Silver Hand. And then a couple of the characters just did it out of FOMO. So they have just they've just defeated a small group of clockwork servants who had gone into kind of alert mode. We're in a large banquet hall with draped tables, one big dais. The mostly eaten remains of the Silver Hand, piles of like clockwork contraptions that are just littering the floor from their battle, and alarms going off in the background behind the locked door. It's like, oh, I'm terrible, oh, I'm terrible. And that is where we find ourselves, gentles. So, what do you all do?
I attempt to open the door.
It is firmly locked.
You have to check.
Yeah, you always have to check. You try to kind of tug on the door. Somehow it's been braced from the outside. Like, it seems weird to have a banquet door that locks from the outside in some ways, but it's definitely seems to be like not just locked, but some sort of obstruction past it. It's a large set of grandly carved wooden doors, carved about with these kind of like phrases of the Silverhand's many victories.
Oh, I know, dude. I'll just set the door on fire.
Wait, Az!
We're in here.
Wait, can
Is
I?
the building all wood?
I mean, like, part of it is.
While the Citadel itself is made of a ensorcelled stone and a number of kind of like liminal metals and alloys of different sorts, there's a lot of flammable shit in here. So,
Alright.
I mean, do what you do, you know.
I would like to. Should we burn the door? I can burn the door down. I can burn the door down.
Can you light my cigarette?
Yes.
I ain't no expert on being trapped too much, but it's what I'm figuring. One of these guys gets through this door occasionally. Maybe we loot the bodies.
Ooh, I like that.
There's like 6 bodies in the room, unlooted, and it's driving me nuts.
I can also-
Are you looting the Silverhand bodies or the robot bodies?
Well, now that you mention it, I'd love to look at the Silverhand bodies too.
I don't.
Can
I
we
don't.
call
I
them
don't,
bodies
I don't want to
anymore?
alarm anyone.
Chunks.
But I definitely also ate clothes when we were eating the rich. I also ate clothes.
You're not supposed to eat the wrapper.
That's not the kind of fiber you're supposed to have in your diet.
Oh, I didn't know there were rules for eating people, Shades. I didn't
Listen,
know that.
listen, okay, we can't go out the door. Can we smash down through the floor or something?
Can I do an Arcana check on the door? I can see if
What
there's
the
any
hell is
magic.
that?
That means I'll use my magic to see if there's more magic involved in the door. Maybe I can
Get in there, girl.
I would
Mhm.
love nothing more. That's a fat 10.
You know, it's been such a magical time here in the Citadel in a lot of ways, and it's like there's magic everywhere you look, and just everywhere you look. And so it's really hard to tell if anything is different about the door, because still, even despite the horrors of what has happened over the last few minutes, difficult to say.
This is a flying castle.
Would it be possible for me to summon my unseen servant to have them look for a key?
You can.
Is there a keyhole?
There is a keyhole, yes. And unseen servant, you can use them to kind of perform like simple tasks. So, typically you've used them in the past to like lug your amps around and
Make me a sandwich.
make you a sandwich. So many times making you a sandwich.
Okay, but not really looking for things.
It doesn't have any intelligence of its own. It's more like something you program in a way.
Sure, okay.
Same goes for my echo.
Well, now that's a very interesting question.
Oh.
A good interesting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna get close to the door.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna summon that echo.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll
Which
see if
side?
he can maybe push some of that.
Okay, all right. I feel like I should allow this because it's very interesting, but I really need to know. So, 1, have you ever summoned this echo before? 2, what does it
Never
look
met the
like?
guy once. I imagine he looks a lot like me, which looks kind of like my dad, and I don't want to get into it. But I'm gonna call him because I need his help right now, and I can see we're in a bind, and it smells like carcass in here.
Yeah.
Hyacinth sniffs her armpits.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, sweet cheeks.
Oh no! In front of my new friend.
So let's do a d20 here. So you summon your echo. Does your echo have its own name, or is it just echo?
I don't even know him yet.
Okay, yeah, it's a little early.
I like to get to know him.
Can we call it Grimlog?
Yeah.
Grimlog? No. Double no.
You summon. Now, do you summon him outside the doors?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's the thing. So you can't really like see through your echo's eyes, but you do feel like kind of an itching of sorts, and you feel like if you really wanted to, you could trade places with it. You feel like it's going to take a lot of like effort and concentration, but you can absolutely do that if you want to. Suddenly, before you all, you just see someone who looks a lot like Gromler, but a little kind of like fuzzy around the edges.
Describe him to me. What's he look like?
A lot like you, but if you were like fuzzy.
It's
Just
your,
like
it's your
my
head.
And you find yourself right outside it was a little disquieting teleporting. Like it's this kind of moving through time and space in a way that you're definitely not meant to as a turtle. But I mean, you seem good with it. You see the door before you. There's a big kind of oaken beam that's been pushed across it and into some what look like newly drilled kind of bolts. So yeah, what do you want to do?
I kind of want to just walk away. But they did a lot of cool stuff for me back there. I'm gonna think about people other than myself for once.
What does that feel like?
Nauseating.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna throw up some people.
Yeah.
But I just say,
It's difficult to tell from the eating of the people to the fighting the robot who was your dad proxy to teleporting for the first time to thinking about other people. It's been a lot of nauseating experiences for you, right? It's a lot. In fact, I think we might need to do like a little constitution check here to sort of see like how you're dealing with all of those nauseating experiences. What do we got?
8.
Oh yeah, and then I think plus constitution, I think you got maybe like a plus.
Oh no, that's 8.
Oh no, that's 8 total. All right. You throw up in your mouth a little bit. Into your beak.
And so it kind of comes out.
Yeah, a little bit.
Somewhere
Just a little bit.
Hyacinth has this tingling sensation that she and Gromer have experienced something similar, but she doesn't know what.
Well, the thing is that the echo also sort of tends to mimic, like if it's not being instructed actively to do something, it does kind of mimic what you're doing. So you suddenly see the echo, like they're like,
Been there, brother.
and with a snap of the beak, kind of swallows it back down. All right. So you got the barred door ahead of you. What do? You just
I'm real strong.
okay.
I
Yeah.
don't want to brag.
Mm,
I have short arms, but they're strong.
they are. Yeah. It's a lot of good leverage, honestly.
Uh-huh.
Let's do an athletics check to see how easily you do this.
Okay. Which guy do I do? The same
Yeah.
guy? What are these guys for? 11. No? Lies.
That's all good.
Ooh, 13.
Okay, 13. Yeah, you're able to. It's not difficult. It's not nailed in or anything. You take the bolt away, and you the big beam, and you just toss it over to one side. You all hear a clatter kind of over outside the door. And you also sort of see the echo mimic that action as well, although to nothing. So, and then you are able to open the door right up.
Wow.
I'd like to know you guys probably saw the echo turn away and start walking, and you're wondering.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
And I do come back, and I did open that door, and you're welcome.
I'm like wrists deep in Cal's remains, looking for a regular key at the time. I'm like, all right, one.
That'd be good. Also, when you can see your echo, you can probably like kind of concentrate on it not mimicking everything that you're doing if you want to, like just to give you that option there.
Cut that out. Good boy.
Yes, Bill. Thurman, what are you? So you're wrist deep in Cal, is what I heard.
I was in his remains, looking through his stuff, trying to find a regular key. It looks like the door is open at this juncture,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna wipe my hands off a little bit.
On Cal's shirt.
On Cal's shirt.
What remains of it? So the explosion and the burning kind of that followed. Does leave kind of a nice barbecue scent to the air, but did really just consume everything on these bodies. So there's really not much else. The clockwork contraptions also, while there's some stray parts, a lot of them fell into kind of, you all saw them fall into a lot of kind of glittery dust to sort of instantly decompose in a way down to just these little molecules. Yeah.
So is there a pile of dust?
There are 5 large piles of dust and 1 kind of pile of parts.
Okay, I grab a fistful of dust and I put it in my bag.
Absolutely. Yes. It absolutely resembles in every way glitter.
I want some of that as well. All over this, I see this, and I need it.
This pile's mine, but you have 5 to choose from.
Yeah, there are piles for the taking here. There's glitter abounding for anybody who would like some.
Well, I'll grab some and put it in my water skin, and then also, hey, Nubby? Hey, the first thing I want to say to you My little familiar, my first and oldest friend.
We're gonna work on that.
I'm sorry I forgot about you when we were fighting. That's first. I think in a friendship, in a relationship, you have to open up clear lines of communication. And this is me reaching out and saying, I'm sorry for forgetting about you. I didn't even roll you initiative, and I'm so sorry. I feel like I left you out. I missed an opportunity to cast Dragon's Breath on you. And I'm sorry, and I hope that we can move on from this and be stronger together as a partnership.
The tiny purple lizard with the stubby little vestigial wings gently kind of rubs its eye against your shoulder as you feel a tear pool into the fabric of your shirt. Then kind of shake it off.
I'm fine. Okay. Let's work on that for next time.
I'll try to remember. Also, do you want a different name? I feel like it's reductive to point out that you have tiny vestigial wings in your name and what I call you.
Or is that why you named me that?
I'm very literal sometimes, and the first thing I see sometimes leads to a name. It's shades. I look at Thurman. Shades. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
I have alternates if you'd like to hear them.
I'm curious.
So at this point, I just start yelling at Hyacinth.
I'm speaking out loud.
We just got attacked!
We're still getting attacked. We should probably go outside.
Yeah.
We're going.
Shut up!
This is the...
As leaves and goes outside.
I've already backed away.
So Ashton was one of them, and then I hightail it out.
So, where are we going?
The hall.
We gotta get out.
And after saying that, I rush into the hall. All 3 feet of me flies out at knee level, looking for danger.
I hate to do it, but I agree with Thurman.
Yeah,
We are in the hall.
Yeah.
you were in the hall. It's a long hall that stretches and kind of curves in either direction. You all have spent enough time in the Citadel over the last couple of weeks that you know your way around a bit. What you hear off in the distance is the clanking of more kind of clockwork servants rebooting into this defense mode, and you continue to hear that kind of intruder alert. So there's some sense of like, if you stuck around one place long enough, you're going to run into another grouping of those clockwork contraptions, which was, not to put too fine a point on it, seemed like a little bit of a tough fight in some ways.
Yeah.
So,
Like an hour and a half's worth of fight.
Yeah.
roughly 90 minutes.
The whole show's worth of fighting.
An entire episodes that you can find on YouTube's worth of fighting, I tell you.
Almost exactly that.
Alright, I'm thinking we gotta avoid one of those. And I pull out my coin and I say, which way we need to go? This one's for you, Mom.
Does this hallway have any windows?
No windows.
Coin says we're going left.
Is there a left?
Yeah, I mean, coming out of the...
Immediately into a wall.
Whoa, since when are we following a coin's direction?
Hey, I've always followed the coin's directions and it got me here,
You
didn't it?
and your coins.
If Thurman goes first, he'll get hit first and it'll be great.
Anyone got a problem with this plan?
He's so small, someone hits him, it'll go right over him.
Hyacinth looks a little despondent and just shakes her head.
It's gonna be alright, folks.
We need to get outside and see what's going on outside.
Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm on.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
Follow him.
Fine.
So there are a number of places you could go, right? So one would be to the elevator where you all first arrived in the Citadel. One would be the dragon stable, like where the dragon Sorrow, who's Pathfinder's or their dragon. Is there. That also kind of leads out into, it opens up the ends, right? And those are the 2 main exits that you know of.
Do we know where Digby went? I want to talk to Digby.
Sure. Well, it seems like if you're trying to figure out which direction he went, that there might be you might want to track him or like listen for his distinctive drag shuffle.
I hear that
walking.
wheezing of his.
Yeah.
What's his walking speed? 5 feet around?
You know, ordinarily you would say yes. He did seem to get out of that room a lot more quickly than you have ever seen him move.
I'll do a perception check to see if I can hear
Here he goes now.
any of the.
Yeah.
That is a 16.
16? 16. Off down the left-hand corridor that leads closer, like one corridor leads more towards the elevator, the other leads more towards like the area where the dragon stable is. You do hear just a hint of a kind of a shuffle and a
Note that he said left.
Let's, Digby's that way.
Okay, I want to go talk to Digby. Anybody don't want to do that?
Oh, I want to set Digby on fire.
All right, maybe hold off until we talk to him first, but
He's getting lit on fire.
I mean, we need to get out of here. Like, we need to get out. I believe this is not safe for us. I'm gonna bail.
I start
I'm not
taking
gonna-
off down the hallway towards Digby.
Yeah.
yeah, so you, along with that 16, you also hear, you know, again, kind of the clanking of the servants kind of moving around. Are you all going off at top speed, or are you trying to creep around? Like, what's the...
I don't feel confident enough to go top speed at this point with where we're going, you
Yeah.
know?
I'm fine with stealth. I'm gonna go ahead and just say that I may not be the best at this. I know, shocker, I'm not the most stealthy at 7 feet tall, but I'm willing to try it. I don't want to fight right now.
These robots are kind of busted up. I think we can outrun them.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, what are we doing?
So
Yeah, this
we
is
wanna
it.
find
You've got some options, right? Like, so, okay, yeah, you know the direction that Digby went. You know that direction is towards the dragon stables, which is one of the ways out of this place.
Okay.
You hear the clanking of robot feet off in the distance. And you've got a few choices as to kind of how you can proceed, right? You could try to sneak. You could try to just go full speed and outrun them, maybe having to dodge them in kind of in that, or some other thing that I'm not thinking of.
I wanna go stealth. I wanna try and go left. I'm happy to go in the front, but
Oh,
I'm
so
gonna have my dagger out.
out front. So okay, so is the consensus stealth, or is anybody still trying to run full speed here?
I mean, I just don't think our party is very stealthy with the
I think I'm
giant
bad at
portal.
both
I
of
mean,
these
you
things.
might not
Yeah.
be as,
If you all-
you might not.
I'm worried about Grommler.
I don't run fast,
Oh, you're
and I'm not
You're a bag of
stealth.
rocks.
Well, you look back of
I'll
rocks.
tell you. So
I
here's the
said
thing.
still crying.
Here's the thing about stealth is that you know, sometimes it's about being very quiet. Sometimes it's about misdirection as well. So like if you all have any abilities or things that you'd like to try in order to like draw attention in a different way, you can also do that.
Yeah, I could, can I do mimicry? Can I throw it in different directions?
I'll allow that with a roll. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. What are you mimicking?
I'm gonna mimic, just like one of my favorite songs.
Is it one of your songs?
No. It's my bardic inspiration.
All right. So you're going to make the sound of one of your favorite songs.
Yeah.
Off in the distance, in a different direction than you all are heading to try and draw attention there. All right. I'll let this happen.
I'm gonna throw my voice down here.
Yeah. Let's roll a deception check just to sort of see. Let's just kind of see here.
Alright. 14.
Oh no, yeah, that's good. It's enough. It's a low DC. And do we have a sense of what this song might sound like?
Oh yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Yeah.
And you all.
That goes from some other corner.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna help in prestidigitation people, like, just people talking over wherever the mimicry system is.
Watermelon.
They're like, we're invading, we're intruding, we're here. This place.
I like that. There we go. Excellent. Any other helps to that action, or?
I can throw a rock down there to make a real
No,
racket.
keep your rocks. I only have 5 rocks.
So true. Thank you, Az. Seriously.
Can I send an unseen servant with the sole mission of rage? Just go rage.
Sure, yeah. What do we think that, so what does that look like? I really want to know what Hyacinth's unseen servant looks like, what tasting it sounds like, and then what does raging for that servant look like?
Why are you also upset about seeing your servants? I love seeing mine. She's great.
Okay, you would.
It's a cantrip. It's very early in the primer. Everyone, please make room. I must prepare the circle. Fee fi fo Ceciliar, I now cast Unseen Familiar. Wait, no, that's not even the right spell. No! Unseen.
All right, nerd.
I write it down.
Yeah, imagine I rhyme something with Unseen.
Servant, yes, yeah. It's a little rusty, you haven't practiced it very much, yeah.
Do you want me to roll for it?
No, I think we're good
Do
there.
you want me to help you?
Verbal roll.
Yeah, I do need to know, though, so it's unseen, but still something happens when you cast it. What does that look like?
So in Hyacinth's mind, when people rage, it's just people tearing pages out of library books. So like down the hall, you just hear ripping paper. and like,
And that song.
can it have like a voice that says like 3 things?
No, I think like, it's unseen and unheard servant. They don't really talk about that as much.
You really hate your servants.
So,
It's not, it's a I don't know. And I just like really go inside myself.
Great, I think we call this a distraction. Let's go check out this dragon.
yeah.
Down the hall is Jimmy Eat World, somebody going, hey, it's me, the bad guy, hey! And then a bunch of ripping paper.
As thorough a distraction as I could really expect at this point. I think that was, well played, everybody. So you hear kind of suddenly the clanking of feet kind of start to congregate more in that direction, and you all head down the hall. You all move, kind of through the space, through these hallways. There are a lot of like intersections. There's still, even though a lot of the servants got activated, as you all have noted, there's some like, kind of weird dead ends and like these kind of crumpled servants that seem neglected. All of the servants had seen like in some form of kind of disrepair, as well as some of the technology kind of around the place. Kind of it's far beyond anything you ever had in the gutters, like the town below, but also is like very kind of worn out and kind of on its last legs. And as you all are going towards the stable, you all enter a hallway. Now, the Silverhand is not shy about bringing on its exploits, right? Like bragging on itself. They have a lot of trophy rooms and a whole lot of like murals and banners and tapestries of them. And this one is lined with like tapestries of their, kind of battles, all of which look a little exaggerated to the eye, I suppose. And there's a series of pedestals, each containing an item. And as you all move into there, there's, I need everyone to roll me a perception check for me.
16.
17.
Okay.
18, actually.
Burn.
16.
16?
8.
14.
14. So everyone but Gromler notices that the
Fumbling with a cigarette.
that the hall has like the path down the middle through the pedestals looks like it could depress a little bit, like if you kind of walked out onto it.
I'm surprised Garmer didn't notice that.
I am getting horny from that depressed staircase.
Whoa, look at all the blankets on the walls.
Yeah,
Those are tapestries.
I recognize immediately and I go, hey, probably a floor plate, and then I look for a trophy with Cal's name on it.
Sure. Well, what you all do find is there are a number of items here, and so I'm going to pass this down. You guys can take a look. With the servants distracted but still, kind of clanking around, you all have time to probably each grab one thing off of a pedestal. When you, and we'll pass it down your way as well in a moment, but you only have about 30 seconds to choose. When you identify the thing that you want, go ahead and put your name next to it. And you hear, continuing off in the distance, intruder alert.
Why do you think they put blankets on the wall?
That's art.
How are Gromler's rocks?
They're doing okay. They're a little shaken up still, but they're all right.
You should talk to him again.
Am I able to locate a cow trophy?
There is a coin that has like an amulet that has a large Q on one side.
Does the Q stand for cow?
No.
Classic way to spell that.
You definitely would identify it as being like the quest giver, the god of the. Yeah.
Alright, actually, she just took it. So, I will
I definitely saw you reach for it and then
Time is ticking down, ticking down.
I'm taking instead,
Gotta grab something.
I'm taking instead a well-made six-sided die carved with bone with ebony inlays.
Well, there we go. All right.
Jesus, Marion.
Pretty's hairy for the Pretty's horny
Yes,
for
you
the
get to
press
pick one
forward.
thing.
So now I got a
Pick
coin
one
and a die.
thing. Time counting down. You all are trying to move fast.
But I know some of these words. Okay.
Classic writing.
Nice. Intruder alert.
Jesus Christ,
Oh,
let's go.
I'm taking this fucking tiara.
Is that?
Of course!
That's for your
Makes
unseen
perfect
servant, you creep.
No, it's for me.
That's marvelous. So Hyacinth grabs a large, squared-off book bound in dark red leather. The pages all seem to be kind of like different sizes and kind of bound in.
I would pick a book.
I like books, Az. I'm saying it now. I like books.
I'll take it.
No one knows that. This is the first time I've said it. I like books, Az. Do you have a problem with that?
No.
Good. Turn your books back into the library on time.
I have my own library.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Do you really? Hyacinth writes that down.
We got Pretty grabbing, this round amulet with this huge, kind of Q embossed on the front, which you all recognize as the symbol for the quest giver, the god that Hal, the high priest, definitely served. Thurman did grab that well-made single six-sided die, and let's see, Gromler grabbed the rusty iron key, and
I got my tetanus shot, don't worry.
That's not why we were worried.
and then Az grabbed a light tiara of rose gold that looked kind of melted across parts of the front.
I didn't see you like that.
As you all pick those up off of the pedestals, the floor, the area that looks like it could depress and slightly tickle Pretty's fancy, does depress. And
I keep putting the book back in.
And I'm like, wait, what?
I grab the fistful of glitter from my bag and I put it on at the same time as I took the die.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Come on, baby! 4.
Pocket sand.
The thing is you definitely you throw the glitter at the pedestal, but you throw it with such force it just coats the pedestal, right? So it's just like, now you just have one really glittery trapped pedestal.
Some catches the wind and gets in my mouth.
And the floor continues to kind of sink down in the middle, and it exposes these nozzles around the inside, and this sort of greenish gas starts to seep out.
We should run.
Let's go.
I hate greenish gas.
I've already eaten one person today. I don't want to find out what this gas does.
Run, quick. Hyacinth, what do you think? Do you like the dragon? Do you not like the dragon? Where are we going? Elevator dragon.
Dragon,
Dragon,
always dragon, always
Go to the dragon, everybody to the dragon!
I lead the charge.
We have no dragons, therefore we must go to dragon.
Yeah.
Marvelous. So you all book it down the hall as the gas continues to kind of fill the space behind you all, and also kind of ushering out into the hallway as well. Is definitely kind of, unless you want to immerse yourself in the gas, it would be difficult to kind of get back through. You all make your way down the hallway, down to the grand entrance to the dragon stable. The doorway is all kind of like a dark jet marble and carved with lots of scenes of Pathfinder, the Pathfinder and the Dragon Sorrow kind of riding into battle together and conquering their enemies. And a heavy set of wooden doors that Hyacinth is very familiar with from all the times you had to go through it shoveling the dragon's shit.
Pathfinder told me that if you shoveled enough dragon shit, you could be strong enough to open both doors at once.
Pathfinder just wanted you to clean up the dragon shit.
If I believe that, I'll never be happy again.
Alright, open the doors then.
Hyacinth pushes her sleeves up and braces herself.
Sure. What kind of memories is this bringing back for Hyacinth right now?
Stinky ones.
There's a specific, well, there's those. There's also a specific memory of her sitting by a brookside watching kids play sports, and her wanting to reach out and make connection there, but not really finding it. And the ball coming over, her picking it up, trying to throw it, and it rolling a little bit up the hill and then back into the stream. And then the kids saying, "You're weak, you're never going to be amount to anything." And her really taking that to heart at the time. And then that makes her a little mad. And then she feels Nubby's comforting presence. And she looks around and thinks to herself, "Wow, I really showed them I've got at least 4 friends."
What a moment of revelation.
This is all like in one scene.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's a very well-worn memory. Like it's a a quick place
when
to
you're
go back
bullied, it kind of gets ingrained.
That's a core memory right there.
May or may not have happened in real life.
Yeah, absolutely. So you channel that, both the excitement of new friends and the self-righteousness of feeling that you got one up on your bullies, to throw yourself into the doors. Boom! And you realize and remember that they open the other direction.
I look around to see if anyone noticed.
I'm looking back to look for gas.
I want to notice.
I'm gonna roll a deception.
Yep, you roll a deception, you roll a perception.
Nat 20!
No. First nat 20 of the night.
Yeah, on a dumb thing. On a
Hey, I could have
bet.
got a nat 20. I didn't.
He got it.
I got an 8 plus 3, 11.
Yeah, so you kind of throw yourself against the door, and then maybe kind of what you do is you kind of work it into like, as though you're like surging up towards the door and grabbing the handles and then pulling them out, and throwing open the doors in this hugely dramatic fashion.
Shit, that was smooth.
I look back at Thurman and go, "You gotta do your rows," and I wink.
Hey,
Ah.
that's good work, Books. I'm proud of you.
I blush.
Well done, Hyacinth.
I blush harder.
So
Run in the room.
Yeah, I run immediately into this thing.
the doors open up. The very familiar and exquisitely intense smell of dragon poop wafts out
I've
and
already tied a
surrounds you all.
bandana around my face, I know.
Yeah. Does anybody else follow suit here with the bandanas?
Yeah, I take my sweatbands.
Yeah.
Nice.
Marvelous. Romler, how you feeling?
Take 2 rocks.
Yeah. Just hold them over your nose. Yeah.
My nose holes.
That's great. You all gotta make your way in there. And what you all see before you, the tableau, is the great dragon Sorrow, the indigo dragon, like the kind of pearlescent sheen of her scales as she rises from her bed of gold and loot and plunder. And then you see the figure of Digby, the butler. A deeply hunched figure who might have been human once, all kind of cabled up with like tubes and liquids kind of pouring in and out of his kind of neck and other places, but with like a very neatly pressed butler's uniform over the top of that generally. So,
Talk about
and
I wish I could unseen this servant.
So you, what you see is like Digby and Sorrow, like Digby like caressing Sorrow's face, and they seem to be kind of like whispering to one another. If a dragon could be said to whisper, which still rumbles like a deep bass note throughout everything.
Do we know the dragon's name?
Oh yeah. Well, sorrow is what it's known as. I mean, Hyacinth knows the dragon's name, though.
That's true, it is.
No, that's not
As best as I remember.
Yeah, did you say that out loud?
Yeah, I already did.
Yeah. Does anybody at the table speak Draconic?
I do.
I do too.
Okay, so
I don't know
You
why.
just insulted Sorrow's mother, didn't you?
I don't know what I said. Honestly, it's all kind of a fever dream.
It's not a
You said, I love eating poop.
Oh God. I'm trying to crawl under part of the horse. Oh God.
both of you, what you hear is like as Digby and Sorrow both turn to like look at you all as you enter the room so suddenly and violently, with a lot of confidence, right? But hearing you utter some mashup of Sorrow's real name in Draconic, Thurmond and Critty both hear Sorrow kind of rumble, whisper back, "The merry hell is that taking my name? Digby, punish them for their mispronunciation."
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
What'd she say? What'd she say?
What'd she say?
Okay, hold on one sec. This is important to get ahead of. Excuse me, I say in Draconic. Could I ask your name? Dragon?
Tiny one, my name is Sakak.
Oh, holy shit.
Is that not what I said?
Slightly
Not
different.
at all.
Slightly different.
Where am I getting it wrong? Where did the omlauts go?
Quick personal question for you. How did you feel about the Pathfinder?
You mean the one who rolled me like a horse?
Yeah, the one that was murdered by Digby 5 minutes ago. How did you feel about that person?
Oh, my love, tell me about how you murdered him.
I thought this would work, guys. It didn't work.
As she kind of nuzzles into
Yeah.
Digby's
Put Critty in, put Critty in.
Yeah.
Okay, oh my gosh. I have a song about dragons, and I have written many a song about sorrow.
Is the dragon a fan?
I start massaging Critty's shoulders. You got
Yeah,
it.
you may recognize me from my band's Passive Wisdom. That was one of them. Grapple. that was like short-lived. Maybe Dash and Attack. That was. Oh no. Okay.
The dragon is just looking at you quizzically because your
Yeah.
Draconic is actually, you had good tutors at home and in the very kind of well-off household you grew up in. Your Draconic is impeccable, but does look at you as though you're spewing utter nonsense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably ahead of your time. We're gonna head out. Thank you for letting us stay here. I'm gonna start a band.
Digby.
No, wait, everyone, hold on. I want to try diplomacy.
I did think.
Well, we didn't talk to Digby.
Oh, fair.
I think.
Why?
What?
Why did you do this, Digby?
They took me for
Oh my God. You interrupt me. It will only take longer.
Somebody put a rock in Robin's mouth.
Granted. Dear, would you unzip me? And you see the dragon kind of nuzzle something on Digby's back, and you see him kind of slough off his flesh, butler uniform and all, and step out as a set of like a gleaming gilded skeleton, fully articulate, kind of straightens all the way up, and a series of cracks as the spine kind of straightens. It's like, and you no longer hear a voice out loud, but in your minds you all hear, "There, that's quite much better."
Jesus, I'll say.
And throws his flesh on the floor where it writhes and starts to stand up, still in the butler's uniform, but with this kind of misshapen, grotesque set of kind of tendrils and things where limbs should be, as it stands in front of you.
Those silver hand dudes were assholes.
Yeah, Digby, I feel like you may have misread us. The longer that I've been here, the more I begin to think that we have been bamboozled by rich people.
Do you think?
I pretty much know at this point. I've shoveled poop for longer than... Yeah, it's hilarious. Make fun of the girl who wants to impress everyone. Yes, you did it. So funny. Thank you so much, Digby. I'm trying to save your life because one of my friends wants to set you on fire.
They'd be very welcome to try.
No, you brought up good points. I don't really want to do that anymore.
Every year, I get this set of squalling, mewling little shits.
Okay.
Old fan service for a silver hand, and every year I have to put up with it. Not anymore. Today, everything's coming up Digby.
God, I would hope so.
Okay, he tried to kill us.
I know.
Like a lot.
No, he really didn't though.
He didn't do... Yeah,
He killed the silver hand and then he left.
And then
To die
we
by the
got
robot.
attacked.
All this ethics is making me confused. I hate Digby. I have no interest in diplomacy with Digby. I'm interested in leaving or fighting right now, and I'm tired, so I'm leaning towards leaving.
Yeah, I'm with Thurmond. I want to go back to my
Same.
bridge.
So as you all are saying this, Digby lightly vaults on top of Sarah's back and wraps his bony arms around her neck and kind of nuzzles in. He said, "So long, suckers." As they leap into the air and fly away, and you all are just facing like this fleshy monstrosity in front of you as it starts to take a threatening step forward.
Don't like
Oh,
that.
no.
If we had income inequality, this wouldn't be happening. If we fixed income inequality, this would get better.
What does that word mean?
Income inequality?
Yeah.
You know how they have everything, we got nothing?
No.
Oh wait, you're right. You know how you have everything and I have nothing? Oh, I want to fix that very badly.
I'm gonna throw a rock at the Digby skin.
Yeah,
Just to
and
kinda
I'm
see what's
gonna-
going on.
All right. John, go ahead and roll an attack roll for me.
Oh God. We're gonna die tonight.
5.
Plus probably 5.
Oh, 10. Not too bad.
Sure, yeah. It just barely misses it by a foot or so. As you kind of
But
wait.
it's not embarrassing, okay? It was just like a foot.
It was, I mean, probably your least favorite rock, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's easy. Least favorite.
I'll do that later.
It just sort of, I mean, it looks, it's
I'm
not
making it work.
super aggressive right now, but it is standing between you and the kind of the exit where they were.
Does it know I just tried to throw a rock at it?
It didn't seem to track it, no.
Yeah.
Like if you have,
sentient?
I mean, it's difficult to tell. You'd have to probably gaze into its eyes for a moment and try and see if you determined any sentience there.
I not a stealth roll. I calmly and quietly walk to the side of the group, but closer to it, and we'll see what it does.
Okay. You see, like, the head just sort of, like, slightly tracking. You all do notice, too, on the floor, so, like, let me paint the picture a little bit more. So, you've got this massive pile of kind of fused together gold that has, like, a big impression of, like, a sleeping dragon kind of in it. Is very familiar for you, Hyacinth. It smells really bad. It's like the dragon smells. It's all caustic elements, right? Like it's like the reek of ammonia turned up to 11. And then you've got this massive kind of feeding trough-looking thing, and you've got this really large kind of rug on the floor that's like woven. It looked like it was like really well made at some point, but is kind of beat to hell now. And then the opening at kind of the far end. So and of course the poop corner.
Gotta have a poop corner.
Gotta have the poop corner.
Can I stealthily like leave?
I mean, you can drive for sure.
Isaac, can we even get out of here without the dragon this way?
Can we?
That's such a good question.
Yes.
Did the
It's
dragon leave?
the dragon left with.
We held the dragon.
good.
Got the fuck out.
Yeah.
The dragon's gone.
The dragon's gone. They flew off,
Oh, good.
cackling telepathically to you as they did so.
And we know the way out.
So you all do know the way out. Yes. Yeah.
follow
But you do know that at least like the way back is filled with a caustic gas of some sort, like some sort of gas, right?
Yeah.
The only way out is that way, and I point the way out.
So you see the fleshy monstrosity kind of squelching, a little bit closer to you all, picking up on your voices a little bit. Seems to like navigate more by like sounds than vision, so to speak.
now I'm kind of talking like this.
And begins to kind of squelch a little bit closer. Like, what do you all want to do?
I want to misty step 30 feet away from it.
Okay.
Towards
I
the
wanna-
exit.
I
Yeah.
want to somersault out of there. Stealthily somersault.
I want to cast thaumaturgy on its head and just make loud noises
What's
to
that
disorient it. Thaumaturgy?
Tell me more about that word.
It's a spell that lets you do a variety of things.
Say no more.
Including make loud noises.
I tell you, the rich don't even know what they have. They just have it.
I've never read about my powers, they just happen, okay?
Oh, beginning of magic privilege.
What does it sound like? Like, what is the sound that folks hear as you're making these loud sounds around its squelchy head?
It's just shouting, Digby, you asshole.
And you see like its head kind of like doing this from side to side as it's sort of picking up on the sounds all around it. Give me both an athletics and a stealth check from Pretty to see if you can somersault stealth-wise out of the room here.
Are they
Going
going
towards
to be
the
one
exit.
roll or two rolls?
Or 2 rolls, both,
Okay.
because you did choose
For
to somersault.
This is acrobatics, right?
Acrobatics and
Right.
stealth.
So 18 plus 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
and for acrobatics, so the somersaults are pristine.
It's like Simone Biles level.
Yeah.
But are they quiet?
And then stealth is 7.
How did this happen?
All of your kind of like the bangles and the things that you wear are just like clattering across the floor as you're kind of like somersaulting towards the exit. However, you do somersault across that rug, and as you do so, you feel it twitch beneath you. And so that's as much as you notice right now. You misty step towards the door. You bypass the rug. You're close to the door, but are you looking back towards the others, or are you looking towards the door? So you see the rug twitch. I think probably the two of you are the only ones who notice that. Yeah.
I make eye contact with Pretty, and I point at the rug, and I point at her, and I go,
Magic carpet.
trying to be quiet with,
Can I try to push him?
You want to push the flesh thing?
I'm gonna push him.
Yeah, you want to push him? You want to push him?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do,
Is that what's strength?
yeah.
6 total.
Well, so the thing is about pushing kind of a flesh golem is that when you press in, your hands just kind of go into the skin for a bit until they're kind of tilted. It is going to take like a kind of a swing at you, but that is not going to, it kind of swings above your head.
Just a couple of goobers, aren't we, Skid?
Cromwell, we don't have time for this, let's go!
I'm still casually walking, not stealth, but just nice gentle walking, hands in pockets towards the door,
Okay.
and I'm approaching the carpet.
Yeah, all right, excellent.
Hyacinth thinks, man, Thurman is so cool.
Do we think, are you trying to hide that, or are you,
Oh no, she thinks it. It's for the audience.
Okay. Marvelous. And then Az, what are you doing?
was distracting it until Grommler attacked it. I'm still shouting at it, so I'm just gonna walk past it because I think its vision is
Yeah, it does seem
sound.
it's deeply distracted by the sounds because it is primarily motivated by sound, and then it's also
Distracted by the Grommler.
yeah. I mean, it does have like 2 turtle fists embedded in its midsection right now in a very squelchy way. Now, on the other hand, Grommler just had his claws deep in the body of one of the the silver hand. So I mean, it's the second time today really that this has happened. Yeah.
I'm having a really bad day and I'm taking it all out on this skin guy now.
But you killed your
It's
pseudo
like
down
when
already.
you're continually having a bad day and then you're like, pant hook gets caught on the doorknob, like things keep happening. Maybe it occurs. That's what's going on right now. I'm very frustrated.
Give me a perception check here.
And 19.
Oh yeah. So
Very perceptive
interestingly,
as
so it's being so distracted by the sounds that you've got your fists embedded in it, and one of your claws brushes against some sort of object inside of it. Do you do anything with that knowledge?
I want to grab it.
All right. Good. Let's. So you grab it. You try to pull it out.
Hell yeah, I try to pull it out.
Pretty good. What you pull out is like one gilded bone, right? Like it's small. It looks like the size of like a finger bone, but it's gilded. It seems like come from Digby's skeleton. And as you pull it free, the flesh collapses into a pile of just kind of flesh goo. We'll call it.
Oh, good.
We'll call it that.
More flesh goo.
This is going to go real well with my rusty key.
Or when you take a
Gilded finger bone. Yeah.
Make you a key ring.
So the longer that you stay on this rug, Pretty, like the more that it starts to twitch, the corners kind of rippling up as it starts to kind of move around underneath you. And with a sudden movement, it launches itself off of the ground and hovers a few inches above it.
Oh, am I on it?
Yes. Will you give me an acrobatics check to see if you stay upright?
Yeah.
Or are you still in somersault mode?
A 16.
Oh yeah, you're able to you look real cool. Give me a performance check too. Let's see, it launches itself up. You stay firmly planted on your emu feet, and give me a performance check to see how cool you look.
I swear, if you start singing, I can show you the world I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. Oh, cool as hell. Yeah. Really good. What does it look like for Pretty? Like when you feel this thing rise up and you just kind of stay perfectly upright on it.
I just said it all.
Just like that. Just like that. Yeah, well played.
Does Hyacinth see her Stanley?
Yes, absolutely.
Hyacinth thinks, wow, that reminds me a lot of their tour at Fantasy Lollapalooza a few years ago.
Wait.
I blush.
Excellent. What do the rest of you do? You see the carpet launch itself off the ground.
Whoa.
That's all right. That's all right. Let's get on it.
You got it. I'll wait here by the door.
I'm gonna walk over to where Hyacinth is.
Okay.
That's where I post up.
All right.
I get
So
real nervous. And
it's still only Pretty on it. On
No, I'm getting on it.
Okay. Az gets on it.
Well, I don't get on.
Grommler. What does it look like when Grommler clambers onto it?
What does it look like whenAz gets on there? We're not that graceful. Let's see.
Look at Az.
It's a what?
It's not good.
I think.
Let's see if we get duality here. Can I roll a 20?
Let's see.
No.
Okay. What do we got? What do we got?
So,
That's-
it's a floating carpet, okay? It's hard to get
What,
on.
does he not have that in your mansion, Az? Do they not have floating carpets?
Hey,
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
So as kind of tries to leap up onto it, it just kind of stumbles and goes down to kind of one knee. Grommler attempts a similar thing, but just catches one heavy clawed foot on the edge of it and just face plants directly onto the
God,
carpet.
that's so embarrassing.
That's right.
As stands up, dusts himself off, and then very carefully climbs onto the.
Grommler goes into the shell for a second.
What does it look like when Grommler retreats into his shell?
What it sounds like, kind of sad.
Yeah. Is there anything in the shell that is comforting for
This
Gromler?
is blanket.
Yeah. What does this blanket look like?
Well, it's old and tattered now, but it's got his name on it.
Oh,
So precious.
yeah.
It's got a soft corner that he puts on his face.
There we go. So,
I step up onto the shell, like to give like one leg up.
Why are you standing on Gromler?
This feels disrespectful.
It seems very insulting.
Feels good.
so we've got Gromler self-soothing in their shell, and then do we have everybody? Oh no, Hyacinth and Thurmond. Do you all clamber on as well?
Yeah.
What do I do?
I thought they were gonna come by the door and then we hop on in.
Oh yeah. Do you wait for that?
That was the idea.
Yeah, we wait.
Can I do an Arcana check so I can pilot this?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see.
That is a 16.
Okay. As you know, it feels like you. So much of Az's magic is just instinctual, right? Like it's just a sense of how to do things without almost knowing how you know how to do it.
Yeah.
You understand that by kind of like moving your feet and kind of scuffing them in different ways on top of the rug in this very tactile way. Wait, what do Az's boots look like? I feel like we really need to know that.
Oh, they are.
That's the fit.
They're made of owlbear hide.
Oh, okay.
The like widest owlbear, like very hard to keep them clean, but they are immaculate. They're gold inlay inside the feathers. All the straps and things are made out of gold.
Delightful. So you scuff your feet in kind of this certain pattern, and the carpet kind of the rug like drifts over towards Hyacinth and Thurman by the door, swinging by.
Oh, we still gotta grab Gromler.
Oh, Growler tripped onto it. So
Okay.
yeah, like Growler's on it. Pretty's got her.
Pretty's on Gromler on the carpet.
Yes. Yeah. It's a bird turtle rug situation.
Shades? Hey, Shades?
Yeah, what's up, folks?
Do you wanna, I don't know, maybe ride on my shoulder? On the carpet? I don't know, it's stupid. It's whatever.
Why would I do that?
And then I swoop by and pick them up.
Leaving Hyacinth mortified. She's anime depressed in a corner. She is holding me.
Why are there lines hovering above
She's
Isis
trying to get in my
right
shell.
Hey, Gromler, can you make room?
As basically like Tokyo drifts into you, like so that you kind of like fall onto the carpet. Of course, that hits you kind of midsection.
Yeah, I am thrown into the door and then I open and go, all right, I can take a hint. And I open the door for us and climb onto the carpet.
Yeah,
I
there we go.
pretend like that's why I wanted to put you on my shoulder.
Why would I do that?
So you all have to.
It's a real question.
You want to do a thing that's really cool?
I'm on the carpet and I'm like, why? What, for aerodynamic? That doesn't make sense. It seems less safe. I don't understand.
You hear muffled screaming.
Just Hyacinth face buried into the carpet next to Gromler's shell.
I'm trying to fit my head into the...
Did Hyacinth ask if you would hop on top of her?
Yeah, climb on her shoulder.
That's weird.
I don't know why I would do that.
That's weird.
I appreciate the offer, but I think I'll decline.
I thought it'd be a nice bonding moment and then you wouldn't fall off the rug because I'm pretty sturdy. But then, oh God!
I get
loud in Gromler's shell right now.
But it's like oddly making me feel like my thing was less embarrassing.
I start whispering, I did this for you, bro.
I give Hyacinth a hug and I say, okay, it's just a question. And I climb up on top.
What do we see as we fly out?
I also really need to know what it looks like when a kobold is hugging a hobgoblin. Yeah.
It's not a good look.
Remember like when you were a kid and you would sit on your dad's like leg and he'd move you around?
You know, like when
Yeah,
a French bulldog hugs a great big.
Yeah. You ever seen
No, I don't remember
like
that.
a video of a kitten while you're holding something a kitten wants and it scales your legs like this? It's a lot like that. But then I hop on top and loop my legs into Hyacinth's like armpits and like strap in.
Yeah.
And for a moment, I put my arms out like this. And I say, ready to go.
You know, honestly, this is better.
We're Naruto flying.
Why would I do that?
It's freaking epic.
Marvelous. So you all are up, yeah. And so you've got the exit out the ends of the stable, and then you've got back towards the gas pump hallway. Which direction?
No, it's stable.
Yeah. All right. So you all, you just and as like you just feel like you were born to this, right? Like you think maybe like you might wonder
I
like.
bet my dad has one of these.
Yeah, very, very much that coming to mind. As you scuff and shuffle your feet to make minute changes and adjustments to the rug to make it even, as you all glide smoothly out into the air above, alongside the half-scarred Citadel. You're on the kind of the nice side of it, so it's like this kind of gleaming limbs and silver towers and buttresses alongside you, and then below you all can see the gutters, as the town is kind of known, below you. All of the familiar places, but not familiar from this vantage point. And which direction you all head?
Is anything happening in the gutters?
Nothing that you can see right now.
Can I see the dragon Digby flying away?
Roll me another perception check, because it is a little cloudy today.
I'll give you the help action on that.
Yeah.
And I'll flip a coin.
That is a 13.
All right. You go. Oh, was that with advantage? Okay.
I predict it's to the right.
You don't know which direction that they went. Yeah, but Thurman says to the right.
To the right. I say with confidence.
He was right last time, let's go that way.
All right.
You're following the dragon.
What do you want to do?
I mean, I don't know. They like murdered all our.
But I'm also going to, the hologram lady said that she's going to also destroy the town and everyone we love. So I'd like to stop that.
I didn't sign up for any of this. I just want to go back to my bridge with my rocks.
I can drop you off.
Please.
All right. Bye, Gromler.
Bromler, we need your strength. Please don't leave.
If you don't help us, you aren't gonna have no bridgeman, and you aren't gonna have no rocks.
That's a better
I
point.
forgot that she said
She
that.
did say
I
that.
forgot about
That's been
that.
like 2 whole sessions ago. I don't.
Yeah, so,
Maybe you should
okay.
rewatch the videos on YouTube to remember.
Hey!
Pulls up a crystal.
Wow.
Wow.
Alright, can I see if I see where the dragon went?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hold on, is Gromler leaving or are you staying?
I was gonna leave, but then they said they needed me.
Oh,
and
come
I
on,
don't
I,
have
seven.
I can give you the help action too.
Seven.
Well, you've already helped
Oh, that's
us,
true.
and you can only be so helpful.
Thurman can help.
Thurman could help if you wanted, or Gromler could help.
I already know it went right.
You should help her.
All right, go ahead and you can roll again for, yeah. What is it, but I do need to know what it looks like for Gromler to help Critty try to see where the dragon went. Like, what kind of help are you offering here?
Randy just gets back on top of Gromler.
Yeah, that's very evocative, I like that. That's good. Go ahead and roll again.
10.
All right. Yeah, not real sure at this moment. You all do, kind of get the sense that, I mean, they were escaping. You don't know for sure if they were going to be, headed towards the.
All right, hold on. Before
No,
we leave,
no. I like whatever
Can
can.
I put on this amulet?
Yeah, absolutely.
What will happen?
so let's find
I
out.
put on this amulet.
It's time to play. Put on the amulet.
The chain is kind of a fine silver, of course. Silver is really overused as a theme in the Silverhand Citadel.
Let's go.
And the as the amulet touches your chest, you hear a whisper of Cal's voice in your ear. Only Critty hears.
No!
Easy, Thurman, easy.
That's his dad, right?
Cal is the high priest of the quest giver.
Cal is effectively
He wishes the cow
my
was his
dad.
dad.
Ain't no
Cal was the
way
guy that's-
Kipper's my dad.
He was the guy.
Cal was the guy that's getting arrested in 3
Okay.
weeks.
That's the guy we're gonna read about. Yeah.
Hey, looks like somebody's starting a quest.
Cal's the guy with too many acoustic
Okay.
guitars.
Whoa, why does Critty all of a sudden look nauseous?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry, I'll stabilize the carpet.
Yeah, it's just like reminds me of when I first started doing music.
Yeah, so that's all you get right now is just sort of like that voice of Cal. You don't notice anything yet. You feel like all of these things feel like they could probably bear more examination, kind of at your leisure, maybe on the ground somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, before we leave like the city proper, I'm gonna stop the carpet and be like, wait. We should probably figure something out.
Let's go to your house.
Sure.
You got that servant, right?
Waltaga,
Yeah.
she's there.
She's badass.
She is so bad.
I do remember
right?
her growing up. She's cool as shit.
I bet.
Yeah, what memory of Voltaga is coming to mind as you were imagining her welcoming you back?
To the house?
Yes.
Oh, she's, first off, we weren't expecting it. The message said we're not coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think she was actually like taking a nap. And then I barged in and went, Voltaga, we're here! And I have friends and they need snacks!
I nudged Gritty. He called us his friends.
And Hyacinth!
So
I tried to call him the Grumbler show again.
Growler's out of his shell now. He was helping Pretty, but you all do kind of, you glide down, you circle around the town to the really well-off section to your very familiar abode. And I might imagine that you park the carpet kind of like outside Voltaga's window. Yeah, it was kind of wrapping at it. That's their ass. I didn't. And this Voltaga being a tiny halfling, stout halfling woman, tight gray curls, who'd definitely been taking kind of like a nap of some sort. Oh, I wasn't expecting this.
I have so much to tell you.
We'll make some snacks.
Can I bring out my unseen to go, Winnie, to go with her because they're friends?
So your unseen servant kind of wisps into being, and while Taga can't get to see Winnie, Winnie?
Winnie.
Like the poo.
Winnie.
Winnie?
Winnie.
You're both saying the same word.
But is a familiar presence, and so she's, oh, Winnie dear, I have so much to gossip about. And then we slowly close scene as we will end this session of Total Party Kill. We are off next week, gentles. We're off next week, back the week after that for the penultimate session. For this evening, a big hand for our cast here. And then for those on sound, make sure you check your bartenders, show them love. And thank you all so very much for coming out tonight. We appreciate it.